I think it was the last question, and it's a perfect transition for me because I just wanted to remind people online that what we presented during this webinar is only part of what we worked on within the BIODHYL project. We were not able to present some results, and especially Lisa mentioned it, and Jean-François also. We have also, regarding the metabarconing, Jean-François and Aurélie also developed a methodology to use biofouling as a passive sampler to characterize the reef effect with the detection of fish DNA in the biofouling. So it gives also some perspective to extend the biodiversity surveys to biocolonization. Nolwenn also mentioned that we have characterized biofouling on various sites for various time of observation, and we have designed also sampling device adapted to offshore environments. The results show the importance of obtaining representative samples to refine the design of the critical component and challenge the standard, and also have some environmental, let's say, state of the environment we will go for offshore wind. What Jean-François has also presented a bit, but not so much, is that we have also developed a methodology to understand the influence of environmental variables on biocolonization dynamics. So this was led by France Énergie Marine and UTLN with Aurélie Portas. For us, this exercise is the first steps towards the development of a tool aiming at showing biofouling univariate variable tendency depending on sites, and to better understand also the influence of the environmental condition to be able to progress a bit forward towards predictive modeling, even if there is a lot of variables that are implicated in the biofouling structuration. And finally, work that we wanted to present today, but we were not able to because the people were not available, was that we realized also a state-of-the-art on biofouling measurement, because as mentioned earlier, today they are realized with divers and scraping. As the offshore wind parks will develop further and further offshore, there is a need to progress towards remote measurements of biofouling. So there was also within the project the development of a roadmap to choose automated technologies for automated biofouling recognition. And it should progress towards a qualification plan for automated offshore measurements and sensors and in-situ testing. And finally, just to close the meeting, we worked on this project until 2026. We do not want to just leave the thematic aside, so we are launching a new project at the beginning of October 2027. It will shift a bit from floating offshore wind to bottom fixed technology, and this project will be mainly focused on the comparison of several monitoring protocols, both for engineering and environmental surveys. So this project will be organized in 4 technical work packages, with work package 2 aiming to continue the work led on BIODHYL, but to adapt it to in-situ survey on existing wind farm to gain data on the structures that have been at sea for a long time. So its goal will be to obtain quantitative data on biofouling within offshore wind farm, and we plan to work on the offshore wind foundation and on reef protection for cables. We will also benefit from the numerous images that are extracted from environmental survey, but that are not valorized for biocolonization quantification, with the qualification of offshore wind farm substation using image analysis. So as well, we will work on offshore wind farm foundation and reef protection for cables. And we will also plan in work package 4 several experiments to compare and evaluate the monitoring protocols for biocolonization characterization. And finally, work package 5 will be dedicated to the evaluation of the ecological engineering methods used in offshore wind farm. Its idea will be to robustly assess from a scientific perspective how to define the efficiency of ecological engineering method with compared to the reference methodology that is currently applied. So the consortium is already built. We have submitted the project proposal, but if you are interested in this project, do not hesitate to reach out to us. As well, if you have any question on this webinar or on the work we have performed within BIODHYL project, I leave you the email address of the scientific directors of the project, who was Guillaume Damblanc, Nolwenn, and me at FEM, and I think that in the presentation of Lisa and Jean-François, you will also have their contact. Please note that this webinar will be uploaded in FEM YouTube channel, so you can share it or review it if you want. And yeah, thank you for attending, and feel free to get back to us with some questions if you have. And thank you again to Jean-François and Lisa, and Guillaume also, to have been able to present the results of this project and the work we have worked on. It was a pleasure to work with you, and we hope we will be able to continue working on the thematic with you.